Hello everybody, Krautmouse here, back with part 8 of our Deus Ex run, and today I'm not going to give too much tips and that because I want to talk about what I've been up to recently, so I'm going to tell you a nice little story and hopefully you guys will enjoy. So hopefully you guys know, if you watched that last little video, that I haven't been putting content up recently because I've been working on set on a film. And it's a whole story which I will go into. Obviously, I've got a video coming up in a little second, but it's awesome. It's a little story. I'll tell you how I got involved with it, and just wanted to let you guys know that I'm having an absolute ball working on a film production, and I am only running on it. I'm not like a head of department or anything like that, but no, I'll talk to you in a second. So, welcome back, and I will give you a few tips in the middle, but I want to concentrate on talking to you guys about what's happening up with me recently because I don't know, I think it's interesting, and I'm sure you guys want to hear that rather than me just giving generic tips and that. And the tips in this video are good, so make sure you follow these routes and that, and use the codes and whatever. So yeah, enjoy the visuals, and hopefully you'll enjoy the audio, which I should really stop procrastinating with. So, I've been working on set on this film for the past couple of weeks, and it's such a sort of ironic and sort of weird story about how I got involved with it. I was actually in my local town cashing the check from my last piece of media work, and I just happened to walk past this film production that was taking place in the middle of the road. Like, they were filming on location in the street, and I just introduced myself to the producer and gave him my number in that. And later that day they called me up and said, hey, we need some help tomorrow, are you available? And obviously, my brain was in overdrive by this point, yes, of course. And I was instantly able to get sort of involved and sort of working on the production, and I've met a load of wicked people throughout this thing, and it's been so good. And it's I'm almost scared for it to end, in a sense, because it's not sort of a usual sort of high traffic area for film productions and that down here. It's I can just imagine myself running after the vans, briefcases in hand, take me with you when they go. But no, I am actually going up to London to hopefully join them in with something else in the near future. So who knows? This could actually work out really well for me, and I hope you guys are happy as well, because I know it sort of impacts my content, and obviously I wasn't able to put up the second week's worth of gameplay, which, to be honest, I've only filmed a few episodes, so I'm not really sure. Please let me know if you are genuinely interested in this Deus Ex series, because if you're not and you just want to watch it because it's there, I can focus my attention to something else if you really want it. So do let me know, and hopefully it will get there. But I'd also like to talk to you today about a few thoughts that was going on, has sort of been going through my mind during this whole sort of media production thing, because this happened in a week where I had a bunch of coincidences happen to me. I was always walking past somewhere or doing something at the right time. one decision, for instance, I decided to walk into town rather than take my car because it's that weird sort of 2 mile distance, and it's like, well, I might as well walk. It's not far. So I did that, and I saw a double rainbow. It's like, I know it's so like, well, obviously, Rob, that's down to blah 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 blah. It's not true of everything, and I'm not a religious person. Like, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in a sort of an omnipresent being that dictates the sort of world. But however, I was thinking recently, and the notion of a sort of God complex and more of a sort of hive mind that humans can sort of integrate thoughts between isn't too far-fetched, I believe. I mean, humans have the most complex brain amongst any creature. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. So is it too far-fetched to think that sort of we can communicate on a level we haven't really understood yet? So, for instance, when I was walking past this set location at this very specific point in time, maybe it was possible that enough people were walking past there that I was somehow able to latch onto this sort of thought stream that was going through, or this sort of network, and it sort of guided me to go to town at this special instant. And I know this does sound ridiculous to some people, and it's just one of those things that was going through my mind. I mean, I know that birds and bees sort of operate through a sort of hive mind like this. It's how we get so vibrant displays and these sort of intricate workings of insects and that. And I am aware that evolutionary scale that reptiles and insects were around a very long time before mammals, and definitely a long time before humans. So obviously their brains have been able to develop a lot further, but human brains are very cognitive. We do have this very sort of intricate thought process, and I don't think that the notion of a sort of hive mind process working in humans is too far-fetched. I mean, maybe there is some sort of scientific sort of background research going on into this that I'm not aware about or whatever, but it's just one of those things that was really sort of catching my imagination and sort of, you know what I mean, sort of just something to think about. And I guess the lesson we can learn from this is, if we were to learn anything, was that sometimes it's always good just to follow your instincts. Like, if you have a gut feeling about something, you should sometimes just follow it, like, just to see where it leads you. And there is such thing as coincidence. There is such thing as sort of being at the right place in the right time, and maybe there is some sort of process that helps us guide and make those decisions. So next time you have this sort of catch-22 decision of should you go, should you not, think about this, and then hopefully it will help you make a decision, and maybe something will become of it. I'm going to be quiet whilst this radio message carries on, but I'll speak to you in a minute or so, and we can carry on this little discussion. So I'm back, and just staying quiet whilst they were listening to the conversation there. And please note on the screen, I did get the ghost sort of achievement or whatever for doing the mission without getting spotted. So I know that I am doing it so far, even though I did catch the attention of that security camera earlier. But generic tips aside, by the way, please do pick up this EMP grenade. I do use it in later, and it is quite important, so please do pick that up when you're running past it. And now, I hope I didn't freak you guys out too much with that whole notion of hive mind and sort of the collective consciousness, but you know, it's sort of the own events that have been going on in my own life that has sort of led me to sort of think about this sort of stuff. And I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this sort of subject. I mean, have you ever been in the right place, right time, or have you ever thought of doing something differently and something just worked out well? And what is your sort of feelings on all this sort of stuff? I'm really curious to know. And do you think there's any sort of legitimacy in this sort of notion of humans operating on a sort of hive mind sense, and sort of there is also morphic fields, which are a big long topic, and it's the field in which hive minds operate. So maybe it is something completely far-fetched and sort of this a fantasy tale, but maybe there is also some truth in it, so it's always worth figuring out. Anyway, this is the end of the video. Hopefully your brains didn't explode by my nonsense ramblings, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.